Ever feel like there are too many new shows and movies to keep track of? With fresh releases dropping every week, it's tough to know what's worth your time. That's where we come in. Today we're diving into some of the most talked about series of 2025, thrillers, dramas, mysteries, and even a few surprises. From intense crime stories to mind-bending psychological dramas, we've got something for everyone. Stick around, because you won't want to miss these picks. Dark Winds is an American psychological thriller film written by Graham Rowland and based on the Leopard and Chi book series by Tony Hillerman. The series is set in the 1970s in the American Southwest, where two Navajo police officers, Joe Leopard and Jim Chi, investigate a series of crimes on an Indian reservation. Critics have praised Dark Winds for its deep dive into Navajo culture and its authentic portrayal of life on the reservation. Particular attention is paid to the slow but gripping development of the plot, which allows you to feel the atmosphere and uniqueness of the setting. Viewers note the high-quality acting and interesting plot, emphasizing that the series keeps you in suspense until the very end. Some reviewers believe that Dark Winds is an unexpectedly solid series that combines elements of detective and psychological drama. Long Bright River is a 2025 drama thriller based on the novel of the same name by Liz Moore. The plot unfolds in one of the disadvantaged areas of Philadelphia, where two sisters find themselves on opposite sides of the barricades. Mickey works as a police officer, and Casey lives on the streets, suffering from drug addiction. When a series of overdoses among sex workers occurs in the area, and Casey goes missing at the same time, Mickey begins her own investigation, facing a brutal reality, where drug trafficking, corruption, and exploitation are intertwined. Despite the relevance of the topics touched upon, the series received mixed reviews. Some critics note that Long Bright River tries to repeat the success of Mare of Easttown, but does not achieve the same level of depth and originality. Amanda Seyfried's performance deserves praise, but the script and character development leave much to be desired. The plot beats feel predictable, and the 8-hour running time drags out a story that could have been more dynamic in a film format.
This thing is far bigger than we thought.
Mickey, don't go in!
You gotta let it go.
I am so excited about watching.
The Studio is a 2025 comedy television series created by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg. The series centers on Matt Remick, the new head of Continental Studios, as he tries to save the company amid rapid social and economic changes in the industry. He is assisted by characters played by Catherine O'Hara, Ike Barinholtz, Chase Suey Wonders, and Catherine Hahn. The series offers a satirical look behind the scenes at Hollywood, poking fun at the absurdity and chaos inherent in filmmaking. It premiered at SXSW on March 7, 2025, and the first 2 episodes will be available on Apple TV Plus on March 26th. Overall, The Studio is a witty comedy that offers a fresh look at the inner workings of Hollywood. And based on early reviews, it promises to be a notable event in the world of TV series in 2025.
It's good forever.
Daredevil Born Again is a 2125 American superhero television series that reboots the story of blind lawyer Matt Murdock, who by night becomes a crime fighter, nicknamed Daredevil. It premiered on March 4, 2025, on the Disney Plus platform. The plot takes place 1 year after the tragic events that changed Matt Murdock's life. He collaborates with former Assistant District Attorney Kristen McDuffie in a new law firm, seeking to restore justice in New York City. Meanwhile, Wilson Fisk, known as the Kingpin, returns to the scene and plans to run for mayor of the city, which creates new threats for Daredevil. Critics and audiences have received the series positively. The first 2 episodes combine elements of a courtroom drama and an action film, setting a strong start to the story. Particularly noted is the fight scene filmed in one take, which adds dynamics and tension to the narrative. Overall, Daredevil Born Again successfully combines a dark atmosphere, deep psychological insight into the characters, and a dynamic plot, making it a worthy continuation of the story of Matt Murdock and his fight for justice in a world full of dangers and moral dilemmas. Nine Bodies in a Mexican Morgue is a 2025 thriller film created by Anthony Horowitz. The plot follows 9 strangers who survive a small plane crash in the Mexican jungle. Once in the wild, they encounter an unknown killer who begins to eliminate them one by one. The survivors try to unravel the identity of the killer in order to save themselves. The series stars Eric McCormack, David Ajala, Lydia Wilson, Peter Gaddiot, and Siobhan McSweeney. The series premiered on March 2, 2025 on the MGM Plus platform. The series has received positive reviews from critics and audiences. On Rotten Tomatoes, it holds a 97% approval rating based on 31 reviews, with an average rating of 8.1/10. Critics have noted the successful combination of a tense plot and deep character development, which makes 9 Bodies in a Mexican Morgue a gripping and intriguing thriller. Overall, 9 Bodies in a Mexican Morgue is a fascinating series that keeps the viewer in suspense until the very end, offering unexpected twists and deep psychological analysis of the characters.
Middle of nowhere.
We may be in more trouble.
It's gone.
The Wheel of Time is an American fantasy television series based on the novel series of the same name by Robert Jordan. It premiered on November 19, 2021 on Amazon Prime Video. The series follows Moiraine, a member of the Aes Sedai Order with magical powers. She arrives in the small village of Two Rivers in search of the reincarnation of the dragon, a powerful being who can either save or destroy the world. Moiraine is accompanied by 5 young people, one of whom is prophesied to be the Chosen One. The series has received mixed reviews. Some viewers note the beautiful locations, detailed costumes, and gripping plot, which makes it an enjoyable viewing experience. However, others criticize the simplification of the original plot of the books and the lack of character development. Despite this, The Wheel of Time has attracted the attention of fantasy fans and has become one of the discussed TV series of 2021. Happy Face is a 2025 crime drama television series based on the true story of Melissa Moore, the daughter of serial killer Keith Hunter Jesperson, aka Happy Face. The series follows Melissa as she learns of her father's crimes at age 15. Years later, after a long silence, Jesperson reappears in her life, forcing Melissa to confront her past and the impact her father had on the families of his victims. The series explores themes of family trauma and dealing with the shadow of the past. It premiered on March 20th, 2025 on Paramount+. On Rotten Tomatoes, the first season has a 70% rating based on 10 reviews. Critics have noted that the series is a compelling thriller, but some feel that the mix of fact and fiction can be confusing to viewers. Overall, Happy Face offers an intimate look into the life of a man trying to cope with the legacy of family secrets and raises questions about the impact of crimes on the perpetrator's loved ones.
Be glad you never have to know.
Dope Thief is a 2025 American crime drama television series based on the novel of the same name by Dennis Tafoya. It premiered on March 14, 2025 on Apple TV+. The series revolves around Ray Driscoll and Manny Carvalho, 2 small-time criminals from Philadelphia who pose as DEA agents to rob drug dealers. However, their escapade leads to a clash with one of the largest drug gangs on the East Coast of the United States. The series received positive reviews from critics and viewers. The Guardian describes it as a cross between Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Breaking Bad, noting its successful combination of humor and suspense. The project was directed by Ridley Scott, Peter Craig, Marcella Said, and Jonathan Van Tulleken. Their collaboration has created an atmospheric, intense series that keeps the viewer in constant suspense.
People are gonna hurt anybody that we care about.
Il Gattopardo is a 2025 Italian television miniseries based on the novel of the same name by Giuseppe Tomasi di Lampedusa. It premiered on March 5, 2025 on Netflix. The series takes place in 19th century Sicily, where Prince Fabrizio Corbera di Salina and his family face the social and political changes brought about by the unification of Italy under Giuseppe Garibaldi. Against this backdrop, a love triangle develops between the prince's nephew, Tancredi Falconeri, his cousin Concetta, and the mayor's daughter, Angelica Sadara. Critics praised the series' visuals, noting its sumptuous sets and costumes that immerse the viewer in the atmosphere of the era. However, opinions were divided on the acting. Some viewers noted that, despite the superb visuals, the acting leaves much to be desired. Others, on the contrary, believe that the series is a beautiful adaptation of an Italian classic with an interesting plot. Overall, The Leopard offers viewers an in-depth look at the lives of the Sicilian aristocracy during a period of significant historical change, combining personal dramas with large-scale social transformations. The Residence is a 2025 comedy drama mystery television series created by Paul William Davis and executive produced by Shonda Rhimes. The series takes place at the White House, where the Residence's chief executive, A.B. Winter, is murdered during an official state banquet. Eccentric detective Cordelia Kapp is brought in to investigate the crime and faces multiple suspects among the White House staff and residents. The series takes viewers on a fascinating journey behind the scenes of one of the world's most famous residences, combining elements of a classic detective story with a comedic edge. Uzo Aduba brilliantly portrays Detective Kapp, bringing both depth and humor to the role. Critics have noted that The Residence is a delightful and gripping mystery that offers 8 hours of glorious, joyful escapism. The series premiered on March 20th, 2025 on Netflix and has already attracted the attention of both viewers and critics with its original presentation and gripping storyline.
It's us versus them.
And that's a wrap on this week's lineup. Which of these shows are you adding to your watch list? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest recommendations. See you in the next video.